Hi everyone, it's Suzanne in Texas, and I'll have to tell you I'm having a bad week. Anyway, I wanted to show you, have you ever had a project that was doomed from the beginning and you ended up with even a bigger mess than you ever thought would happen? Well, here's my story of this project. It was actually, and it ended up being two, which both went wrong. But anyway, and this is probably going to be long, sorry. But I'm going to post links to the YouTube channel Just Get It Done Quilts. Karen Brown has wonderful videos on how to do a lot of different things and techniques and tips. And in late January, she posted a Stashbuster video on using up some of your, scraps and stuff and making a beginner Bargello. And I've done a Bargello before and thought, okay, no problem at all. I cut it out and, or I downloaded the pattern, I had looked at her YouTube thing, and I cut it out and realized after the fact I'd done too much cutting. I was supposed to wait until I had sewn some strips together and different things before I did the cutting. So anyway, but long story shorter is I went ahead and thought, okay, no problem. And I'm sorry y'all are just looking at, these are some of the tools I ended up using, and I'll go over them. But anyway, so I finally started sewing it together because I thought, well, I can just skip ahead and do it a little differently. And sewed a long row of blocks or pieces together and realized, darn, I've sewn them end to end improperly. It should have been side to side versus end to end. So I just put it to the side and said, forget it. And brought it all back from San Antonio, all the pieces I'd cut wrong, and used my AccuQuilt Go to slice them into smaller pieces. And I pieced together this. And I'll post a picture of what it was supposed to look like in the comments before it came to this color. Anyway, see all those strips in between? That's called sashing. And I was excited because I got to use my little jelly roll sasher tool to make those. So I got to use that. Also used it for the binding. And I don't recall, I believe I did use, I had just gotten this great little tool. It's the Stripology squared ruler, and I used it to help square up the blocks. It was a great tool for that. Anyway, and so I put this one together, and I had not quilted it yet. I was going to make a backing, and lo and behold, Karen at Just Get It Done Quilts posts an after quilt. Yeah, that's the term she uses, an after quilt, which essentially you take the scraps left from the top of the quilt and make the backing. So it's like an after quilt. So I was going to do that. Well, I just had all these little scraps. Let me pull this out. And some were blocks I'd already put together. Some were not. But I decided, okay, I'll make an after quilt. And so this was going to be my after quilt. And I actually on this one got to use, I want to say, yes, I used my strip tube ruler. And I'll try and post a link to the YouTube channel for Cozy Quilt Designs. They have a lot of patterns using these. I haven't even opened the large one yet. This is the junior and this is a senior. It's a great tool too, I'm telling you. Yes, I've invested in tools lately. Sorry for the glare. And I also used, and I saw this on another YouTube channel, I'll have to look it up, the folded corner clipper. Oh my gosh, it's a marvelous little tool too. Anyway, I'll try and post links to all that. So the after quilt quote was going to be the back. And then I liked it so much, and I thought, you know, I have a friend who's gotten a new home. I can embroider home in the center, and that was a whole different thing. So I used my sewing machine to do that, and just decided to go ahead and make it into a separate quilt. So they both end up with an older sheet that I found at Goodwill. Y'all know me. And that's the backing on both. And I put on the binding and should have quit at that point. They were both okay. I liked them well enough. But no, I decided they ought to be washed. So they have that little bit of used texture, fun, poofy feel. And I did. I put in at least 2, if not 3, color grabbers in the washing machine with them. And yet the blue from the binding and the border bled into some of the interior fabric. I don't think I can get a good shot, but anyway, you can maybe see the discoloration. Anyway, so I had little odds and ends discolorations. Here's a good example. I think you can see that. And I was just heartbroken. But I was at Walmart looking for some laundry additive, and I found a product said it works on color bleeding. Great. So I wash again. I use a baking soda blend and the product. I'll have to go look and see what it was. And guess what it does? Yeah, it helps lighten those up, but it also bleached out all of the navy blue. Weirdly. It almost looks kind of tie-dyed or something. So I guess they're now thoroughly distressed, as am I. But I've learned from my mistake. Always, always, always pre-wash, especially your reds, your dark colors of fabric. Even though some companies don't recommend it, always do it before you make a project with it. Anyhow, so now I have 2 quilts. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them because I'm not happy with them. I don't think my recipient for this one would appreciate it in this form and fashion. Tell me what you think. I will try and post links to everything I've mentioned. If I don't and I leave something out, or if you have a question, please let me know. And be sure and click subscribe and hit the little notification bell if you want to see more of my videos. And hopefully there'll be better outcomes next time. Bye for now.